I think that there's a very interesting narrative that's taken place. And if you are not traveling, then it's hard for you to be able to realize it. I often at times come on this platform and I say stuff like, people are running in the Victim Olympics, you don't deserve reparations, stop worrying about what somebody else is going to give you. 50, 45, $50,000 is not enough to raise a family of four in the United States of America. And so I say these things on a regular basis, right? And I'm right. I'm open to the possibility that I'm wrong on anything that I discuss, but I'm right. And let me tell you why I'm right. If you get outside of your comfort zone, and even if you just leave your city and travel to other places within the United States of America, it'll be mind blowing. It'll open your eyes. When you start to travel outside the country, you'll realize just how weak, let me say it again, you'll realize just how weak not only black people are that are losing, because everybody is not in that bucket, obviously, especially us over here at the Bag Chasers, but you'll realize just how weak Americans are. We are so coddled and we are so weak, and that whole sentiment in which, uh, good times produce weak men. I don't know the quote exactly. I'm a C student. You got to give me a little bit of grace. But that whole thing in which we say that, good times produce weak men or weak women or whatever it is that you want to frame it as. I know we in a mode of equality and everything like that. It is so true. It is so true. And I think that especially the generations that were born within the last 50 to 60 years has probably been the most coddled, never really been through anything, but the most coddled generation that has ever existed. And I'm very, very thankful that I was raised by a father that allowed me to fail in controlled environments, and then helped me to understand that nothing will be given to me, but everything will be earned. Nothing will be given to me, everything will be earned. I was not afforded and bought a car. I know a lot of guys say stuff like, they don't want their kids to go through what they went through. It's very good for your kid to go through what it is that you went through in a controlled environment. It doesn't have to be the exact same, but you still need to kill what you eat. And I can see why women don't respect men in America. I can see why everybody is sitting there asking Biden in order to forgive their student loans. I can see why Americans is weak, and specifically Nigerians, Jamaicans, or any kind of immigrant, Palestinian, Somalian, Mexicans, all across the board come over here in this country and mop the floor with Americans. But specifically, let's just talk about black people, because I noticed this thing, black people don't really unite until they can find a European enemy. But there is a subculture in which there's a war against black immigrants that come into the country. And I'm going to tell you why. Black immigrants don't respect. They do not respect people that are traditionally born in America, especially black people that were born in America. The overwhelming majority of the people that's over here in the Dominican Republic that live, work, born here, and play, they look like me. The overwhelming majority of the people over here in the Dominican Republic, they live, work, and play here, and they look like me, right? They just as dark as me, if not darker. And as I walk down the street, and the young kids, they not out gang banging as far as what I can see. They don't have time to gang bang. They out here hustling. I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Hey, sir, can I clean your shoes? Oh, can I sell you this? What it is that I can do for you? They sitting there trying to figure out how it is that they can make some money. They work relentlessly. The women, they grind, they hustle, they go out and they get it. They look good while they doing it. They make sure that they dress up, and then they catch that bus that ain't even got no doors over to their second job and their third job in order to be able to get it. And they incredibly respectful. I'm talking about everybody, not just the women. The kids is respectful. They got customer service out of this world. Thank God for Google Translate, because Anton is on his way to learning Spanish. Because in order for you to really, really be able to thrive here, I think that you need to learn multiple different languages, and everybody is bilingual. But the main language is Spanish. And they got drive out of this world. I mean, these people eat, sleep, grind, hustle, and go and get it. So when they finally get over into America and they see the opportunities that's presented to them over there, it ain't nothing that Americans can do. You trying to figure out how to work 40 hours and then go to sleep, and you can't even wake up in order to get to your job that you work from home for. You can't even make the meeting on time. You still think that $30,000 and $40,000 when you have the land of opportunity that you're standing on at your feet, and you're telling me that it's enough, that a woman should submit to you and that it's enough. These people will come over into that country and outwork you to the bone, and they are trying to get every single dollar and live it up. The majority of people that become millionaires in the United States of America is immigrants. 80% of millionaires is new millionaires. These are facts. This is not my opinion. These are facts. The majority of the wealth that's generated as a result of the working economy comes from people that is not from the United States of America, until the next generation and the generation after that becomes coddled with this Western mindset and culture that ultimately leads to them fumbling the estate and the empire that came along with their parents coming along and grinding and hustling and building up the greatness that comes within. When you see people becoming doctors and all of their last names is Patel, and these people, they Asian and they come over from different countries and they paying more than you in tuition, and they don't get tuition assistance or financial aid, and they parents save their whole life in order for them to be able to do so. The culture really happens like this. The parents come over, they don't have any job opportunities, so they create their own business, right? So they may open up like a Chinese restaurant or whatever like that, but the kids ultimately don't take over the business, which is another myth within the black community. The kids don't take over don't take over the business, because the kids figure out how it is that they can become more educated, which is the purpose of the parents, that then affords them a lifestyle and less work physically with your hands, but more mentally, that allows for them to really be able to level up and then get to a higher level, right? And so what you see, the foundation of who they are, is they done been through too much to where they not worried about all of the small things that we think is meaningful within our communities. They're not having conversations about that. They come over there and they grind, they hustle, they go and get it. They just work. They just get it. They don't make no excuses. They don't care where they came from. None of that. If it's an opportunity to be had, they're going to snatch it out of your hands, because this is a competitive world. And whether you like it or not, we live in a capitalistic society. I'm not even talking about just the United States of America. It's opportunity that is snatched out of the hands of people every day, simply because they are too busy worrying about what everybody else think about them. They too worried about what it is that's happening within the Victim Olympics. They too busy begging somebody else for a handout. They trying to figure out how somebody else can acknowledge their pain and all of that. Meanwhile, somebody else is taking the opportunity right out of your hands, and you had it in your grasp. You were born with it. You inherited it. Listen, the very fact that you are born in America in these days and times is a privilege. It is a level up on everybody else in the world. It is a level up on everybody. You already born with a silver spoon in your house. No matter what ghetto you born in, no matter what state you born in, whether you in the South or the North, the East, the West, whatever it is, you are already 200 steps ahead of anybody that's not in this country. And until you get out of your own little city, your own little state, your own little democratic hellhole, you're never going to realize it. You will never realize it. And so I'm taking this as an opportunity to immerse myself in a culture. I'm learning more. I'm seeing more. I'm having conversations, but I'm trying to tell you that these people are no joke. It's motivation for me. You think I'm about to miss? No, because it's somebody else that's willing to take that spot. And anything that I got going on, whether it's corporate America, whether it's my businesses, whether it's content creation, I don't care what it is. I do not miss ever. I do not miss ever. When we get out the car, we got to the restaurant yesterday, and the dude he came out with an umbrella because it was raining temporarily. He came out with an umbrella. He went and got Rita, and then he followed me into the back of the parking lot in order to come and get me with the car. I overtipped him. Take this money. I overtip him. They coming to get it. They coming to get every single thing, and then they gonna have a conversation with you, and they curious about what it is that you do, and they want to learn from you, and it's an immersive conversation, and then they not sitting here trying to figure out how they can hate on you. They trying to figure out how it is that you got there. The guy that I checked in for my new Airbnb that I'm here for right now, he's like, what do you do? Curiosity, trying to figure it out. How can I implement it? Do you work from home? How do you VPN? I'm like, man, these dudes is more curious than the people that's from my own hood. I drive back in the hood, they ice grilling you, talking about what you doing here. I come over here to the Dominican Republic and they like, insight? They gonna take everything. They gonna take your drawers. They gonna take your socks. They gonna take your girl. They gonna take your crib. They gonna take your opportunity. They gonna take everything that you had in your grasp because you can't do anything about it, because there is never going to be a substitution for work ethic. There is never going to be it don't matter what you got. It don't matter if you're black. It don't matter if you're white. It don't matter how much y'all fight on the internet. It don't matter what city you was born in the United States of America. Once they get there, it's over for you. It's over. It's over for Americans. I'm going to get into the show shortly, but I just really need to beat this point home. It is over for weak Americans that is not raised with a work ethic and a grind to take over. If you are a man, women got a little bit more grace. If you are a man and you are born in the United States of America and you don't have that thing in you, you ain't him, you ain't it, you don't outwork everybody else, it's over for you. Because the economy is going global. Everything that we see happening today is a global economy. Regardless of where you've been, right? The infrastructure and the streets and all of the handouts and all of this other type of stuff. If you are a man and you born in the United States of America and you're not working at least 60 hours a week, I don't care about your feelings. The world don't care about your feelings. It's over for you. I don't care if you got a social security number. They're coming for you. They coming for your jobs. They coming for your women. They coming for your lifestyle. They coming for your opportunity. They are going to take everything from you. And in one generation, they're going to become millionaires. You passing on generational curses. In one generation, they're going to become millionaires. If you're not working at least 60, 70 hours a week and you're born in America, there's nothing you can do about it. It's over. It's over. It's done. It's done. And there's nothing you can do about it. It ain't a law that you can create. It ain't a politician that you can petition. It ain't your mama can't help you. Your daddy can't save you. It's nothing you can do about it. They're going to take everything from you. And it's all because you don't have that thing, that grind in them, that hustle, that motivation, that thing that we just inherently born with. You ain't got that dog in you. You don't have that dog in you, and it's no way that you're going to outwork them. They're going to outwork you to death. They're going to outwork you out of your inheritance. They're going to outwork you out of your hustle. They're going to outwork you out of your opportunity. And they're going to take everything from you. And it's nothing you can do about it. It's nothing you can do about it. I looked at Pearl's recent stream, right? And it's funny because she got back to doing the thing that I had told her to get back to doing in the first place instead of sitting here playing in the mud. And in 4 days, it had like 225,000 streams, 225,000 views. It was like 3 or 4 days or something like that. And what she's realizing is that, wait a minute, all I got to do is get back to work and nothing even matters anymore. I realize that's all I got to do is get to work. Disappear and work, disappear and hustle, disappear and grind, disappear and stream, disappear and get this stuff popping. It's over for you. Modern men, I hate to say it because I'm an advocate for my guys, but modern men, it's over. It's over for you. You are too coddled. You are too concerned with the things that don't matter. And Your kids is gonna suffer as a result of your inability to be able to grind. It's over for you. It's done.